One of the first questions teachers, school and trust leaders ask me when I demonstrate WriteTrack to them is this: what about Year 6 moderation? Can you even use it? Can you use WriteTrack in Year 6 with dreaded moderation lingering? Honestly, that's a completely fair question, and this video will answer that question. Now, for those of you who haven't come across WriteTrack before, it's an AI-powered writing feedback platform for primary schools. It's designed to give every pupil personalised writing feedback while saving teachers hours upon hours of marking time every week. Now, the concern usually comes back to this bullet point in the independent section of the 2026 Teacher Assessment Guidance, and it's easy to understand while schools read this cautiously, because at first glance it looks like you have to throw out the whole piece of writing from the collection if AI has been used to provide feedback at all. No Year 6 teacher wants to get to June, July and having no collection of writing to present, hence the caution. Now, as a Year 6 teacher of many years and a Trust School Improvement Leader for Assessment, I didn't want to rely on assumptions or my own interpretations. I wanted clarification on this very point in writing. So I contacted the National Curriculum Assessment Helpline and asked exactly how AI-generated formative feedback, like that produced by WriteTrack, should be treated in the context of moderation. The clarification I received was really reassuring. The response explains in the email that AI-generated formative feedback, such as those generated by WriteTrack, is treated in exactly the same way as teacher-produced feedback. In other words, it isn't the whole piece of writing that's automatically discounted and thrown out of the collection. Instead, any changes made by the pupil in response to feedback needs to be identifiable as part of that conversation with the moderator. It's those supported changes not counting as evidence towards the independent attainment towards that given statement. By way of an example, so just imagine a child's written a story and the teacher writes with their pen, maybe the description of the forest is lacking a bit of vocabulary and they ask the child to add some ambitious adjectives. Now, the child then goes back and purple pen, pink pen, whatever the school policy is, improves that paragraph. Now, when that piece is considered as part of a moderation collection, you'll know that those prompted additions wouldn't count as evidence towards the describing setting statement, but you can still use that piece for evidence towards other statements, such as dialogue. That's exactly the principle described in the clarification. And that's why WriteTrack asks pupils to complete their improvements in different coloured pen. So at the bottom, there's a little bit of a transfer back. It asks them to do so in a different coloured pen, so those changes are identifiable. The original independent writing remains visible, while any edits made in response to the feedback are clearly identifiable. That gives teachers complete transparency when reviewing people's work and when having that sort of two-way dialogue with the moderator. Now, if concerns about Year 6 moderation have been one of the reasons why your school has been hesitant to explore AI-assisted writing feedback like WriteTrack, I hope this clarification can give you greater confidence to give it a go. Now, we're offering WriteTrack free trials throughout the summer, so schools can explore the platform, perhaps using those top, middle, bottom English books you've kept back. Have a little test of it over the summer, hit the ground running from September, implementing WriteTrack to improve the quality and consistency of feedback for your pupils this autumn. If you'd like to find out more, visit the website, send me a message. I'll be delighted to show you how it works.